All right, let's talk about these underclassmen template thingies that we've been talking about doing. If you come and look in the ladder, you can see that Steven needs to put a freshman on pages 130 and 131. Memphis needs to put a freshman on pages 132 and 133. Darlene needs to put one on 134 and 135, and so on and so forth. You can see all the way down through the juniors. I do need to add 2 staff members, so I will take care of that. But once you know what page you need to do, like Darlene's got to do 134 and 135. So let's go into the yearbook folder. And let's go into the working pages folder. And Darlene has 134 and 135. Well, here's what you need to know about these photos, you guys. These underclassmen photos actually go onto one InDesign document. So 134 and 135 is going to be on this page right here, which is 130 through 147. So if I was Darlene, I would come in here and I would open this up right here. And I would find 134 to 135. The easiest way to do that when there's multiple pages like this is to actually come here to the Pages tab on the right-hand side, find 134 and 135 right there, and just double-click on it. And boom, here we are on 134 and 135. Perfect. So what we're going to do is just come in, and we're going to make this look good. So Darlene's in charge of this page right here. So Darlene's going to come in and change student name to the student's name, right? So maybe it's Landon Parker. Something about the student. This is like where our little short headline about the student, about what this is all going to be about, goes right here. So the only freshman in yearbook class. And if it doesn't fit like this, that's okay. What you can do is just select some of the text like this and then press Command A to select all of it. And then come up here to the top of the screen and let's just make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Now it fits, although that doesn't look very good. So let's continue making it a little bit smaller until in yearbook Onza like that. That looks better. And then we do need to adjust the spacing, this dude right here, because we made the text smaller, the spacing is no longer right. So maybe we'll make that a little bit smaller. And then we do want this text to be along the bottom. So I'm going to move that down right there, like that. Here is where we would put a picture that we take of Landon. So that's going to go in that box right there. You guys know how to do that. And then these are going to be questions and answers about Landon being in yearbook class, about this thing. So whatever we put here, all of the questions are going to be here. Now, just note, this is a long answer. If I ask Landon, be like, how did you end up in as the only freshman in yearbook class? And he says, I don't know, I just showed up and that's how it went. That's going to basically get you to right there. And if that's all you have, that doesn't look very good. So we got to ask good questions that get good answers. And if they don't give us long enough answers, we need to coax a better answer out of them by asking better questions and getting them to include more information. So here's the problem. If Darlene has this open and is working on this version of this page for Landon, nobody else who needs to work on this can have it open. Nobody else will be able to have it open at the same time that Darlene has it open. So we need to solve that problem. So what are we going to do? Well, a simple solution, because I don't want you guys to be fighting over who has this open. So you're not actually going to design this on this page. What you're going to do instead is go here into the yearbook folder. And here in the main folder, if you scroll down, you will find a file called studentprofile.indt. This is a template file, and what this means is that when I open this, you can see it opens as an untitled document. So once you open it, it's probably a good idea to save it somewhere. So I might come in here and go to save, and maybe I'll come into, well, it doesn't look like I have a folder. So I'm going to make a new folder and call this just like student folders. Here's just where you can store stuff. And so, oops, that just went into working pages. That's not where I wanted that. Move that to trash. Now let's make a new folder, and I'm going to call this student folders. Here we go. And I would come in here and make a new folder, and I would call this Johnson's folder. And this is where I can just kind of save my stuff in progress and just call this my student profile. All right, so you guys should all make your own folder in here, and that way we're all working on our own page. So then I would come in here, I would paint the name, the picture, the something about the student. I would answer all of these questions, and then when I'm all done, I would grab this whole thing, select it all by just clicking and dragging over it with the selection tool, coming up here and going to Edit, Copy, coming back here to 134 at 135. Notice that this color is supposed to be pink. So I'll come in and delete what's here, and then I'll go to Edit, Paste in Place, and I'll remember this is supposed to be pink, so I'll click on the swatch right here, and I'll come up here to Swatches. Sorry, I'll switch on the colored bar back there and change that back to pink right there. And now I've put it on there, and that way I only had to have this page open for like a minute, because now I can just come up here and go to File, Save, and I can close this, and now somebody else, whoever needs to be working on it, can be working on it instead of me. And that's how we're going to do the student profiles right there, you guys.